I want to tell you about someone. She lives in a care home not far from here. She has photographs on her windowsill, her wedding day, her children when they were small, a holiday somewhere sunny a long time ago. She looks at those photographs every day. It was her birthday last month. Nobody came, nobody phoned her. Not one person walked through her door. Now, I don't know this woman personally, but I know she exists because there are thousands like her sitting in rooms just like that one all over the world, waiting and waiting. And today I want to talk about her and about what you and I can actually do about it. Stay with me to the end of this video because that's where the most important part is. First of all, a big welcome to my subscribers and anybody new to my channel. Those who have not met me before, my name is Rose, and of course you know my channel is all about real things, things that matter, personal growth, mental health, and the beautiful and sometimes very hard business of getting older. And today we're talking about loneliness in old age. Not just what it is, but what we could do about it. Because I think if you're watching this video, you are exactly the kind of person who will do something about it. So let's get into it. You know, loneliness is one of those things we don't really talk about. It feels uncomfortable. It feels almost shameful, as if being lonely is something you brought upon yourself. But the truth is, this is something that really stopped me in my tracks when I read it. Loneliness is as damaging to your health as if you smoked 15 cigarettes a day. Can you believe that? That is the bad effect it has on your health. And loneliness is rampant all over the world. Now there is a difference, and I think this is important, between choosing to be alone or having no one. I enjoy a quiet morning myself with my book or journaling, sitting outside having a cup of coffee, but that's my choice. I enjoy that, but imagine if that was not a choice. Imagine if the silence was just there every single day because your husband or wife had passed away, because your children may live far away, and this happens so much these days, or because your children just didn't come to see you, because your friends one by one are gone. When you're young, you can't imagine feeling like that, but as we get older, I think many of you watching this will understand exactly what I mean. The world gets a little smaller, and for some people it gets very small indeed. Did you know that in many countries, loneliness among older people has been declared a public health crisis? I've done some research on this, and I went onto different platforms, one being the World Health Organization, and it has been declared a health crisis. I couldn't believe it. Some countries have helplines, some have programs, and still there are people sitting alone in care homes right now who've not had a visitor for months or years. Can you believe years? Anyway, let's talk about what we can do about it. Now, I want to speak for just a moment to those of you who may yourselves be feeling lonely. Because I know that some of you watching this are in that place at the moment. And I want you to know you're not invisible. You're not invisible to any of us. We know about it, we want to help, and we're trying to find a way. Here are a few things that I've found that genuinely help So perhaps you could try one or two of them. The first is connection through routine. When you lose a partner or you retire, you lose the routine that brought you in contact with people every day. So you have to rebuild that routine deliberately. In other words, a morning walk at the same time every morning. It becomes part of your new routine. Maybe join a class, something that interests you, or an exercise group. It sounds so simple, but routine creates conditions for connection. The second is, of course, your faith community, if you have one. Churches, mosques, temples, synagogues, these are places where people genuinely look out for each other. Don't underestimate that. The third is something I feel quite strongly about, and that is creative expression. Journaling, or what we used to call writing in our diaries in the old days. Write down your thoughts and your memories and your feelings. Not for anyone else, just for you. It's remarkable how much less alone you feel when you've put your inner thoughts down on paper. Put them into words. I truly believe that. I do it myself, and I think it's something that is a great help. And of course, there is this YouTube. Honestly, there's a whole community of people out here who are on the same journey as you're on. You're not as alone as you feel. I promise you that. The fact that I'm talking about it, that I'm addressing this issue. And if you are struggling, please, please reach out to your doctor, to a counselor, or a helpline in your country, if there is one. Loneliness is a huge issue, and you do deserve support. But now, I want to talk to a different group of people. I want to talk to those of you who are not lonely, who have family around you, friends, and a full life, who are busy, but maybe not every moment of every day. I want to ask you something. What do you do on a Sunday afternoon, or a Wednesday morning, or any other time in the week? Because I've been thinking about this a lot. So many of us spend one afternoon a week either doing something for ourselves, which is perfectly fine. Please don't misunderstand me on that. Or doing nothing at all. Watching television, scrolling on our phones. Not anything terrible, just doing nothing. Nothing that couldn't be moved to another time slot. And I keep thinking, what if that one afternoon or morning was the thing that someone lived for? Here is what I'm asking you to do. And I want you to really hear me, because this is so simple, and yet it could change somebody's life. Call your nearest old age home or care facility. Speak to somebody in charge and ask them if there's somebody there that never ever receives a visitor. It is on her own most of the time. Someone who might enjoy some company. That's all you have to say. Just get that person's name, and you don't need any training to do this. You don't need to be a therapist or social worker or anything special. You just need to show up, sit down, and be present. It would be nice if you brought a little bunch of flowers or a magazine, or just brought yourself. Maybe bring a packet of biscuits. Everybody loves biscuits. And you will talk. You will listen. And you'll hear stories from a life that was full and interesting and rich. Because that person sitting in that chair did at one time have a full life, even if it doesn't look like from the outside right now. And you will come away changed. I genuinely believe that. Once a week, 1 hour, one person. Just imagine being that person and knowing that every Wednesday, as an example, at 2 o'clock, someone is coming to visit. Just for you. It's not some group visit. They're just coming to visit you. Not because they have to, because they want to. Oh man, that is not a small thing. And if you do this, if you make that call, or if you go for the first time, or if you've already been doing this, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave in the comments below and tell me about it. Tell me about the person you visited. Because those stories matter. And this community is exactly the kind of community that does things like this. I know you are. Loneliness in old age is not inevitable. It is not something we simply have to accept. And it's not only their problem, the lonely ones. It's our problem too. Because one day, and I say this with great love and no judgment, one day we will be in that chair. And I only hope not that lonely. Let's be the people who go. The people who go and visit. This week's challenge, and I really mean it as a challenge, is just this. Make that one phone call to one care home near you. That's all, just one call. And if you found this video meaningful, won't you share it? Share it with a friend, a neighbor, a church group even, your family. WhatsApp it, wherever feels right. Because the more people who see this, the more visits are going to happen. And the more visits that happen, the fewer lonely people there will be. That feels worth doing, doesn't it? And by the way, I see that quite a high percentage of people who watch my videos are not yet subscribed. So won't you please subscribe and maybe even hit the little bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for being here today. This one meant a great deal to me to make. And as always, big hugs to all of you. Until next time, bye for now.